Hey y'all, thanks so much for catching up with me. It's been a minute. I made it through summer and so grateful to see all that God did over here in Jonestown and how he showed up and how he, as always, is faithful. So I wanted to give you my video update about that, but don't panic because it's not going to be a 14-minute video this time. My bad. I may or may not have had a comment or two, but I won't tell you who did that. So I wanted to share some highlights with you. How about that? And if you look below in my email, you can see the pictures, and I'll outline some stories and stuff just through picture of what God did with us this summer, and really as of this past weekend was kind of our last, summer team, so to speak. So we were able to have 9 teams come over and serve and partner with us this summer, and just saw God do some really special things, meaningful things. One of those highlights was Kids Camp. Kids Camp was during the month of June, so we had 4 weeks. Kids Camp at our Montessori preschool facility. There's multiple buildings. We had 240 kids come through our Kids Camp. 240 over the whole week, okay? Over the whole month. That was kind of the max number for the month. We had 240 kids, which means we were able to touch 240 kiddos in that community. And our max number in June was like 87 one day. That was just kind of like our max, and that was way past capacity probably. And then, which was double from last summer almost. I think our high last summer was like maybe 62, 63, 64, kind of around that range. And so God just had favor. God had favor on us there. God had favor on the weather, again, as he always does, and we trust him with that. God had favor on just the minds of our kids. We didn't really have trouble. God had favor on us there. God had favor with our teams and just their creativity and their ability to jump in and do some things out of the box, which our kids don't get to see a lot. So that's always really fun. And for me, what I try to push, I'm a box breaker, so I love to smash boxes. And so that we try to hold ourselves in. And so loved seeing our teams do that. One in particular was a week that we had a team that taught fishing spiritual principles to our 4th through 6th grade boys, and had them aside. We split our guys and our girls when they get older, so you can do some special things. And so our guys learned how to fish, and so they taught them how to bait the hook and taught them. And then as they progressed, they actually took them fishing for the first time. And so a lot of these kids were able to catch like a fish for the first time. And it may have been like not as big as my palm of my hand, but you should have seen the looks on their faces because it was so meaningful. And just those moments that are special, and they remember someone invested time, and that was just really cool to see. So Kids Camp, great highlight. Pray for us in that. I've got some stuff for 2020 that I'm praying through. One thing that I'm praying through is if we want to do it all summer. So pray for that as we make decisions, that myself and our Montessori staff will have wisdom in that. That was the first highlight. The second highlight that I would say is really just our Delta team, like our BGM Delta team, and seeing how we were able to work together and continue to grow and kind of learn one another. We're in a bit of a transition process. Our Montessori staff of 7, and then it's got myself, Linda McGrew. We've got Coty Jefferson, who's our fitness center manager. I'm looking over at our video monitor, just checking the doors. This is real time. And so that's our Delta team, but seeing our Montessori staff just step up with our teams and begin to understand the why behind our teams and why they're here, and then seeing just them enjoying it and have fun with the teams, and so just seeing God do that was just encouraging, and seeing some answered prayer, and continue to pray for them. They start school back this week, by the way, so pray for our Montessori staff. Along with that, another highlight for me would be just the most meaningful, why I do what I do, just encouraging to me is our summer interns. You probably saw Zoe and Jay if you followed us on social media, BGM Delta, BGMMS Delta, Instagram, or our Facebook page, Buckeye Ministries, and you saw them, you saw video, and that was not the way that I had intended on going. That was not the direction, and just door after door after door after door kept shutting, and God just rerouted me there, and I'm so thankful that he did. Just love these boys so much, seeing them be young men, and pray for them. They start school this week, today, actually, and which is Monday, and so pray for them about that, but also pray just for ministry that can happen throughout the year. So from this summer to next summer, 2020, I hope and pray that they will be our interns again. But there's some opportunity for some ministry throughout the year with them, and just another partner church that's a little bit closer here that we can have some consistent presence with, which is what we really need. And so be praying for us in that we'll have wisdom and how that could get some more young men in our community. And the final really highlight that I would say was just our potluck dinner. We were trying to find a way to not try to go big. We try to go big, and I get it. Teams want to go here. They want to have a big impact, and community, we want to get everybody. But I mean, it's great, but the impact, we need to go deep. And so we did that by each week we had a potluck dinner, not our version of potluck. And we had a dinner basically to just gather around the table and talk and chat with community members. We on our end, on our team, we invited like up to, 20 people, 15 to 20 people each week that showed up, maybe if they showed up, to just be and eat dinner and fellowship and hear stories and realize that we're different, but we're not, and that is what a lot of these communities, that's what we all need, not just these communities, what we all need, because we're so often relationally impoverished, and we only focus. It's easy for other outside churches to focus on material poverty, but not focus on and think about relational poverty. And so that was just really neat to see, just stories and just see the connection there and see people step out of their comfort zone that came over on teams. So great highlights for this summer. Look on the pictures below and I will share some of those with you, and I hope you enjoy those. So I'm gonna leave you, since I'm pushing the 8-minute marker about now and some of you may be panicking, I'm gonna leave you with some prayers and then say goodbye. So what I would love for you to pray for me, for us about, is wisdom for our fall teams. We've got to have some ownership from the community for anything to be sustainable. Please pray for that. Pray for also wisdom as we're hiring this team project coordinator position. We're in process, just conversations, and just please pray for wisdom in that. And that we would trust God, that I would trust God, that our team would trust God, and that whoever is supposed to be here, God, that we would just, there would be unity there. And then please pray for our pastors in our local churches. We actually, officially as of last week, unfortunately, one of our local pastors at Mary Bethel will no longer be there. And so we're super sad. I'm sad about it. So please just pray for our churches, what the spiritual condition is going to be, what the spiritual condition of our community looks like. And then elections are this week too. So if you get this in time, just pray for elections for our community, for our county, and pray for the next election for mayor. I know that's in another 2 years, but still pray for our Jonestown just community leaders. We are in a lot of need, and just something from the community that they've got to take initiative and take ownership, some responsibility. So just please be praying for us in that. And thanks so much for being gracious and patient on this video. It's gonna be under 10 minutes, I promise, because I'm just gonna say bye right now. So follow me, find me on social media, send me an email, klsale@gmail.com. And thank you so much for what you do and how you support me. Love y'all.